Hello everybody, we're out here in Aurora, out at a shooting scene. This is a stringer, so I told him I'd do it because I was out here in Aurora anyway. We have 5 casings on the ground, 22 long rifle, 2 people transported to the hospital. I think they're expected to survive. What do we got with us tonight? We have Devin, how you doing? Pissed Off Marine, how you doing? Grams Bev. DJ, how you doing? Jim Allen, how you doing? So we are currently, what is our location here? Hang on. We're at 17375 East Adriatic Drive in Aurora here, which is off of Evans and Buckley is the closest big roads here. So 2 men have been transported to the hospital after being shot after 5:40 p.m. Both are expected to survive. Circumstances and suspect description not yet known. So they're investigating. When I arrived, they had their dog out, and he was over here sniffing the ground, and he found the shell casings. I was trying to get footage of that going on, but one of the officers interrupted me because I was actually fairly close over here. He's like, you need to back up because they need to expand their scene because of where they found the shell casings. So I couldn't get him working the dog for finding the shell casings, unfortunately. So that would have made good video for the news. But as it is, we're working with what we can. I can actually move back forward again. They searched this area right here. I can move forward again if I want to, but there ain't really any need to. I believe this truck over here on the right, the white one, might be involved with it. They were over there. I'll move this ways a little bit. That one you can't see very well. Let me see if my light will light it up. I didn't, still lit up. And it doesn't really light it up. Forgot to turn my flashlight off. It was on in my pocket. Oops. So. Pepper. Handicap Gamer, how's it going? So if I raise another, what is it? Somewhere around $6 before the end of this month on YouTube, I actually get a paycheck on the 21st of next month. So if somebody feels generous enough to donate about $6, that should be enough to get me over the $100 mark to make a little bit of money. It would be much appreciated. Let's put it that way. It's been, I don't know, 4 months since I've gotten any income from YouTube of ads and super chats and whatnot to get paid out. So 4 months without it. Oh, Friends and Code, thank you. $20, that put me right over. Thank you very much, Friends and Code. Aurora, Colorado. I operate in the Colorado area. I'm sorry I didn't put the state in there. I should remember to do that because there's more than one Aurora out there. Illinois being very popular, but this is Colorado, right next to Denver. So I put state of confusion. They might still confuse that with Illinois. So I'll definitely have to put the CO in there. I'll change it in the title when I get home, I guess, so that people know where they're watching. The supervisor out here was pretty nice to me already. Yeah, I've been out to Aurora in Illinois. The supervisor here was pretty nice to me. He came over and asked me who I am with. Of course, I had to tell him that I do stringers, and they'll end up on channel 7 a lot of times, channel 31. So, but he was nice to me. With the scene, like literally right here, and I could get closer if I really want to, but I don't want to. I'm not gonna try to get in their way or anything. That's not what we're here for. We're here to record the scenes. That pickup down there doesn't look like it's fully parked. I wonder if it was involved as well. Let me zoom in down there. That pickup right there. Of course, it could be just somebody that pulled in behind the police car in the parking spot there to see if or to talk to the police or something. So arrested you for a right turn from the straight lane in a snowstorm. You're driving. Oh yeah, they do some silly stuff like that all the time. Especially in a snowstorm when you can't even see the lines. Like if the road's covered, you can't even see the lines. So they do some silly stuff like that all the time. It's starting to warm up in Colorado a little bit. It got above freezing for the first time in 5 days, I think. 4 or 5 days, something like that. So we made it up to, I think Aurora made it up to at least 37. So it was the first time that it's been above freezing. And tomorrow it's supposed to be a lot warmer, so we're out of the cold spell. So it's going to warm up in New Mexico as well, in Texas, in the following day or so. Let's see what our current temperature is. It's currently 6:50 p.m. and the temperature is currently 28 degrees, so it's dropped below freezing again because the sun went down. So let's take a look at the forecast here. So for Sunday, they're calling for 55 out here in Aurora, and up to 70 on Wednesday. So it's going to warm up pretty good for this next week. So hopefully I can get out more and do some more recording. I don't like being out in the extreme cold. I mean, I did get my heated jacket fixed thanks to one particular person in the chat who donated for it to be fixed, and I am wearing it and it is on. I'll tell you that much. So I am out here trying to stay warm. So if the person wants to speak about it, they can. Because sometimes they want to be anonymous on their donations. So yeah, I always dress in layers too. It's like 4 inches, I couldn't even see the curbs, let alone lines. Yeah. And they expect you to know where they're at just because you're traveling through. So you can't see the curbs, you can't see the lines, you can't see nothing, and then they pull you Oh, excuse me. A little bit of gas in my tummy, I guess. They pull you over and they expect you to know where those lines are and those curbs are, even if you've never been there before. So it's kind of silly. Just a way to pull people over. I think they're more or less waiting for their crime scene people to show up. Because there isn't a whole lot that they can do on the scene at this point. Because the people that were injured were transported to the hospital already. So all they did now was mark off the area and find the casings, and then they'll have the CSI people come in and process the scene. You guys know how it is, but since I happen to be not too far from this, happen to be about 8 miles away, when they texted me asking if I would cover it, and I told them yeah. So I turned around and headed back south to head to this. But we're probably not going to stick around a whole long time. But we'll stay on here for a little bit. I don't expect we're going to get much for more information on this until later, like tomorrow at best. Yeah, it's a stringer. So hopefully the stringer gets downloaded and I make some money for being down on this end of town. That would be nice too. So you guys know how the stringers are. They're finicky as well, where you can go to 5 of them and maybe one of them gets downloaded sometimes. And then sometimes it's you go to 3 of them and 2 of them get downloaded. So we've had nights like that where we've had multiple stringers downloaded from different sites when we're chasing calls and chasing stringers. So we don't stick around long on the scenes when we're doing that, of course, because there's always another one to go to. So, but you guys get to see them anyways. Let's see if we got anything fresh on Twitter. Probably not though. Let's see here. No, just this one. 33 minutes ago is when this one was announced, and I got here fairly quick. I think 10 or 15 minutes from when it got put out, from when the stringer got put out, which got put out immediately after the announcement. So I just happened to be in the Jeep driving around. Happened to go see somebody I know. But it doesn't look like we're going to get much for activity. Most of the activity's already done with. So I don't really think we want to stick around. I know CSI's on their way. So as much fun as it is watching their process the scenes, it's still too cold to be just standing out here just to watch them do their job for this. You know? But I haven't tried to go around the other side. I could technically go around to the other side, but all the stuff's on this end of the scene, it looks like, for the casings and whatnot. So we got 5 of them. I think they were looking for another one and they haven't found it. The CSI guys might have to find it, but they did have the dogs there. But they were looking at that truck, so I don't know for sure if it's involved or not. Maybe they were just checking it for holes. I couldn't tell what they were doing at the time. So as you can tell, it's pretty dark here on this scene. They do not have it really lit up. Real sovereign citizens, Dan. This ain't far from your place, I don't think, Dan. Evans in Buckley. So, yeah, it shouldn't be that far off of where you're at. Unless you moved. Aurora is dark. Well, this is an apartment complex. So, you know, the apartment complex doesn't have much for lighting. As you can see, the whole side of this building is dark. The whole side of this side is dark. You got some lighting down there in the parking, but beyond that, there ain't a whole lot of lights out here. There's better lighting out on the street. You know, look out this ways. You got street lights. Street lights out there. There's better lighting out there on the street than there is in this complex. Sun must have just had went down roughly about the time that this had happened. So I don't know how long my battery's going to last in my jacket. Had a friend live in these apartments? Oh, okay.
Pickup gray in color, clear current.
Beyond what's going on is a whole lot of nothing. They might be talking to somebody down at the other end there. Why is that little arrow coming up? I don't know. But they had one guy on this end that they were talking to, and he's already gone. I went live after he was done talking with them. Right, the arrow go away. That's weird. Arrow sticking around for the chat side on the left side. So until people talk, it doesn't move. Well, somebody said something. There it is. There it is. All right, now I got rid of it. And we have Ellen B saying hello from London. Hello, how you doing? We're in Aurora, Colorado on this scene. These guys are just sitting around. You got one guy sitting right there. One guy sitting right there in their cars, staying warm, doing paperwork, it looks like, or computer work or something. So they're just hanging out, waiting for the crime scene people to show up. Oh. So how's everybody been? Joe Cool, what, you're in Colorado? We're not going to stick around too long out here, Joe Cool. Putting in their time. Grateful gal, how you doing? You're in Aurora? Nice. The scene isn't worth coming to, really. It's officers sitting in their cars waiting for the crime scene guys to show up. The fall you took? Was that when the guy hit you? You guys really need the the pepper spray that's blue, so they really smurf them and you can see it. Makes better video production. Just ask Val. Truth Seeker, how you doing? But this is definitely not an exciting scene at all. One guy got out of his car and was talking to the supervisor. But beyond that, nothing else is going on here. So I'm tempted to just bolt out of here at this point. I'll tell you, it's that slow for a scene. CSI could be a long ways off yet. They could be busy on another scene that we don't know about. I got my scanner on, but I'm not picking up a whole lot. I'm a good distance away from the transmitters, being on this end of Aurora, on the south end of Aurora. I heard some going earlier, but it was kind of cracking and cutting out a little bit. So it's having a hard time picking up in Adams County. Make a scene. But definitely the slowest scene I've been on in a while. So this is definitely not the excitement part of it. Got people stopping to talk to the officers about something or another. Maybe their apartment's over there or something. I don't know. Or maybe they're trying to figure out if they can get to their apartment, I should say. With it blocked off here. Oh, I can hear some on the radio.
Copy, coming from 104, not 102, coming from 105.
I think we should probably blow this popsicle stand. We've had a whole lot of time on here with no excitement. So I don't like boring people with these scenes. But I do like you guys to see that there is something going on and that I'm out here. So I do believe we're going to go ahead and kill the live stream. And maybe look for something better to record and go live with more excitement. So I do want to thank you very much, friends in code. That should push me over the top for being able to get a payout for next month. And then the cycle starts again. So, thank you guys for joining me. If I find something more, I will definitely go live for you guys to see some excitement, because it is Saturday night. Something should pop up, and I'm out and about at the moment, so thank you guys for joining again. Thanks again, Friends in Code, for the donation, and we shall... 7990 Sheridan? Oh, that's fire. That was Westminster Fire Department, I think. But thank you guys. We shall catch you guys on the next one, hopefully for some better excitement than this.